I move that we suspend the first to the fifth business of the day, while to enable us to take the first order of the day, which is a motion that the Senate do proceed to the House of Representatives for a joint session to receive an address by Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinibu, GCFR, on the 2024 Appropriation Bill. Mr. President, I so move.
Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motion that this Senate steps down items 1 to 5 and take item order of the day, item 1, to enable senators receive Mr. President's budget address in a joint session. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved by the leader and clearly elucidated by the minority leader that we do step down items 1 to 5 and then proceed with the first order of the day in order to receive the President Commander-in-Chief in a joint session. Those who are in support of this motion say aye. Those who are against say nay. The ayes have it. Items 1 to 5 are hereby stepped down.
Age we can put.
Excellent. Distinguished.
Let me get my seat first.
Go back. So we are just coming. Come here, chief. You start to go back here.
علينا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين قل اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي.
Right Honorable Abbas Tajudeen, the Deputy Senate President, my brother Barao Jibrin, and of course the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Ben Kalu, my good brother, the Excellencies, the Executive Governors, present here with Mr. President, the principal officers of the Senate and the principal officers of the House of Representatives, very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, of the House of Representatives, the distinguished Deputy Senate President, the principal officers of both chambers, distinguished senators and other members of the House of Representatives, I, distinguished Senator Johnson Akpabio, with great honor and privilege, welcome an alumnus of this great National Assembly. Mr. President, we know that no matter how high you go rise in life, your heart will always point to this assembly. Mr. President, the United States of America, Right Honorable Femi Amila, CFR, the former Speaker, and other representatives in Mr. President's cabinet, and even for those appointments, we thank Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished and honorable members, maintaining a cordial relationship with the executive arm has always been a requirement of the law. But now, given that our old boys run the executive, a good relationship with the executive is a must for all of us. Never have we had so many bridges and connection points between the two arms of government in Nigeria. So we will continue to work hand in hand and see eye to eye with the executive arm while of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is a significant milestone in our nation's journey towards progress and development. The presentation of the budgetary estimates sets the course for our nation's fiscal policies and priorities for the coming year. It is to present the budget estimates. Can we give him a resounding applause?
Thank you very much. The Vice President, Senator Kashim Ibrahim Shetima, DCOA, distinguished Senator Roswell Akpabio, DCOA, thank you for your beautiful remark. And I'm glad in about. The APC National Chairman, His Excellency Abdullah Umar Ganduje. Executive governors, they are present. My former colleagues and others. The Chief of Staff. Distinguished leaders and members of the National Assembly. Secretary to the Government of the Federation. It is my honor to be here today to present my administration's 2024 budget proposal to this joint session of the 10th National Assembly. This moment is especially profound and significant
to me because it is my first annual budget presentation to the National Assembly. Distinguished senators and honorable members of the National Assembly, I commend your swift consideration and passage of the 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill and the 2024 to 2026 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework and Physical Strategy paper. Your prompt action underscores your devotion to economic development and to the greater welfare of our people. It also highlights your desire to work in close collaboration with the executive branch. Prevailing economic environment. Economic condition remains challenging both abroad and at home. Despite lingering post-COVID supply and production bottlenecks and conflict in various parts of the world and restrictive monetary policies in major economies, we expect global growth to hover around 3.0% in year 2024. This relative low rate has significant implications for our economy due to our current reliance on importation. Distinguished senators, honorable members, despite the global headwind, the Nigerian economy has proven resilient, maintaining moderate but positive growth over the past 12 months. Inflation has trended upward, yes, due to the weak global conditions. To contain this rising domestic prices, we will ensure effective coordination of fiscal and monetary policy measures and collaborate with subnational governments to address structural factors driving in inflation in Nigeria. The budget proposal meets our goal of complete. The Honorable Minister of Budget and Economic Planning will be providing full details of this proposal. Analyzing performance of the 2023 budget, distinguished senators and honorable members, an aggregate revenue of 11.045 trillion naira was projected to fund the 2023 budget of 24.82 trillion naira, with a deficit of about 6.1% of GDP. As of September 30th, the federal government's actual aggregate revenue inflow was 8.65 trillion naira, approximately 96% of the targeted 8.28 trillion naira. Despite the challenges, we continue to meet all our obligations. So the theme and priority of the 2024 budget, distinguished senators, honorable members, permit me to highlight key issues relating to the budget proposal for the next fiscal year. The 2024 appropriation has been themed Budget of Renewed Hope. The proposed budget seeks to achieve job-rich economic growth, macroeconomic stability, a better investment environment, enhanced human capital development, as well as poverty reduction and greater access to social security. Defense and internal security are recorded top priority. The internal security architecture will be overhauled to enhance law enforcement capabilities and safeguard lives, property, and investment across the country. Human capital is the most critical resource of national development. Accordingly, the budget prioritizes human development with particular attention to children, the foundation of our nation. Budget, after a careful review of development in the world oil market and domestic conditions, we have adopted a conservative oil price benchmark of $77.96 per barrel and daily oil production estimate of 1.78 million barrels per day. We have also adopted a Naira to US dollar exchange rate of 7.50 per US dollar for 2024. Accordingly, an aggregate expenditure of 27.5 trillion naira is proposed for the federal government in 2024, of which the non-debt recurrent expenditure is 9.92 trillion naira, while debt service is projected downward to be 8.25 trillion naira, and capital expenditure is 8.7 trillion naira. Nigeria remains committed to meeting its debt obligations. Projected debt service is 45% of the expected total revenue. The budget deficit is projected at 9.18 trillion naira in 2024, or 3.88% of GDP. This is lower than the 13.7 trillion naira deficit recorded in year 2023, which represents 6.11% of GDP.
President of the Senate, my good brother, Senator Padio, the Deputy Senate President, Senator Barrow, the Deputy Speaker, Raul Benjamin Okazikalu, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akune, the Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Bajabia Milam, the leadership of the Senate and the House of Representatives, the chairman of APC.
Was duly observed. In line with our practice, we will now call on the Deputy Speaker and the Deputy Senate President immediately after this National Assembly to lead Mr. President and his esteemed delegation out while the joint session will continue. The national anthem.
então.
E bom.